Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Espero que today you guys are ready for another story. One of my craziest girls that I dated. Not proud of it. My brother Danny. He was talking to this girl named Anna from ollo, and he was flirting with her and everything. I was proud of my brother. At one point, I tried giving him advice and taught him how to talk to girls, but it didn't go through his head or whatever. So one day, this hyena named Anna caught me off guard. So I picked up the phone, and in the house, we were living in Loma Vista. I used to work for MTA, and she thought I was Danny. She said that we talked alike, and she didn't believe me that I was his brother, and she kept on flirting y toda la cosa, you know. I'm not gonna say she was pretty. I'm not gonna say she was ugly. She was from ollo. And so I told her, you got any friends, whatever? And she's like, yeah, I do. And she had this homegirl from West LA over there by Beverly Hills. She was a supermodel. She was beautiful and down and crazy. And back then we used to party, you know. And she tells me, yeah, come pick me up. We'll go work with you. And I used to take girls to party at the bus, or the Division 15 in San Fernando off of Glen Oaks. I used to work nights, and I used to take girls all the time because there was a lot of girls working right there, so no one ever knew the difference. And on top of not knowing the difference, we're a company, Goodyear, and we're like independent, and we're off to the side, but inside the division, and there was no guard, no nothing to go in or out. And my station where I used to bring the buses and all that, as soon as you go in the door, you can go in. So there was cameras, everything. I used to sneak them in, and usually on a Friday we have barbecue night y toda la cosa. So say around 1 o'clock, we used to party, not drink beer, but drink, eat, and do a barbecue for like 2 hours. And our day was over. So we used to push it, and so we could be done by 2 o'clock. And that was our kickback day, you know. And so I invited Anna and her friend. Can't remember right now her name. Well, it turns out that she was a stripper. Her friend, she had a marvelous body, and she was down and crazy, you know. And I used to hook her up with the rich people from MTA, and she'll be dancing on them and all, getting tips, and she'll go out and be with them for money, you know. So she always wanted to be rich, you know. Well, she was rich from her parent, but she always was attracted to like people that are making like $60 an hour and up. And she didn't care how ugly you were, as long as you made the money and you bought her whatever she wanted. She was down. And so I ended up being with her también, you know, because I hooked her up and I used to pick her up y todo. And of course I had to get some. I wasn't gonna be the pendejo, you know. Well, coming back to the story of Anna, Danny was talking with her for like 2 months, 3 months. And he'll get locked up in the restroom and talk to her. At one point, like I said, I picked up the phone and she just wanted to flirt. And she used to get fucking drunk, you know? So, we end up hooking up. I ended up taking her a couple of times to the MTA. I took her to the Hollywood sign. And we used to where Madonna lives at y toda la cosa, and we ended up having a good time for a couple months. And one time she told me, hey, you know what, I got an urge, you know, can you come fucking turn off the fire y toda la cosa? And I told her, yeah. And she goes, I'm at my house right now and I'll be ready like in 5 minutes. Can you swing by? I want to go with you. Just me and you. And I told her, fuck it, you know, let's roll. No, we're not going to pick up my friend or not. Just me and you. All right, cool. So I got there. Fucking things got it heated up y toda la cosa. Even though she was talking to my brother, I always respected, you know? And she hooked me up with her friend. And I was cool with that. And she just always be the third wheel. And she used to wear a leather jacket, toda la cosa, you know? Big ass. And she wasn't that ugly, but she wasn't that pretty, you know? So she was down. And so she tells me, yeah. So I sweep up right there in front of Dodger Stadium. It's an apartment, and I got in her house, and she just started ripping clothes off me, like ripping me to pieces, you know. And I only had like about 30 minutes, so I told her we gotta do it fast. And she's like, yeah, 30 minutes, then I'll go with you. So we got it heated up and action, and we were in the middle of fucking the universe, you know? Galaxies, stars were fucking on top. I don't know what it is, but when it's a woman that you're not allowed to be with, I guess it's a different environment, and it's more kinkiness and more different. So we bumped and grind and we moved mountains y toda la cosa, you know. And just about the time that I was already getting ready to put my shoes back on, she grabs me and tells me one more time, and I was like, fuck it. And by that point I knew I was gonna be late. And I'm like, you know what, fuck, I gotta go. I'm in charge of the buses y todo. Okay, you're not down or what? So again, called up my division and told them that I'm gonna be late a little bit, had car problems, and I proceeded to explore the unknown universe, you know, and headed to the Milky Way, you know. And I knew that that I was deeper than I thought, and loved it. I liked it. And sure enough, when we're ready, I got her up, we took her to the buses, and this time it was just me and her on the buses. And it was cool, you know, we had a good time and everything. It was about 8 o'clock at night when I used to start work. And so we got off 5 o'clock in the morning. And I had to drop her off. And she was tired, she was sleepy, you know, because kept her up all night. And she didn't, on top of getting all pumped up y todo, handling business, I worked. I changed tires and everything, so I was already like pumped up, you know. I was like a person, an incredible hawk, you know. And I told her that drop her off and get out the car, you know. And she's like, "So you just gonna do me like that? You're not gonna come, you know, see if we could do a milkshake in the morning?" And she's like, "Fuck, we just did it all night long, you know." And she's like, "You gonna come in or no?" "Well, I gotta beg." I'm like, "Nah, you gotta beg. I got you, you know. Never gonna allow somebody fucking tell us that we're not whoopity whoop, you know." So again, next thing you know, it got 7:30 in the morning, and I said, "Nah, ahora sí, I gotta leave." Well, knock, knock, ring, ring, goes the fucking doorbell. She was from El Ollo. She was a gangster. She used to slang y toda la cosa. So her old man, he was busted, and that day he got out. So she tells me, hide in the fucking closet. So I was like, fuck, man. Next thing you know, I'm in the bed. Pulls out his cueste and sees, man, fucking room smells delicious, you know. It's like, you're ready for me, you know. And he had the cueste and I was like, fuck, man. So he was trying to be nosy around, you know, going to the closet y todo. Cause she heard that her neighbor told her that she was with somebody, que toda la cosa, and she was gonna be faithful. He told her if she wasn't faithful, she'll kill her and kill whoever's in the house. And I'm in the fucking room, in the closet. It started closed y todo. And sure enough, he starts bumping and grinding, you know. I'm not gonna say he didn't get down and dirty like me. But I think I was a better person, you know. And she kept like staring into the closet and telling me as soon as he falls asleep, get your shit and get the fuck out. She had thrown all my clothes, everything in the closet. Little by little, I was putting my shoes and todo, and I was ready to like burst out. Well, little me didn't know what expected me. Two more fucking friends walk in. And they're like, "Homeboy, did you catch him? Did you catch him? There was a vato here, you know. His car's out there still." And it was my Ford Escort. Or my Fleetwood, don't exactly remember. And he's like choking her and telling her and putting the gun in her face y todo. And she already had called her homegirl, the one from West LA. And she got a ride there. She got there and started flirting with the guys and started drinking. Next thing you know, it's around 12 o'clock in the afternoon already. I've been there locked up in the fucking closet, all getting cramped out y toda la cosa, you know. If it wasn't for the action that I was watching, I would have complained, but it's like a movie, you know. Being at the enemy's house at the wrong time, you know. And you're just a fucking ghost in the wall, picky hole, you know, like a peeky Tom, you know. And so I'm there, and her friends already getting them all drunk, and so it was around 12 o'clock. In the living room and the bedroom, the vato got up and went in the restroom. By the time she went in the restroom, Anna, I forgot her name. Anna, awesome, beautiful. Heina, she was a friend, you know. She would jump out the window and I'll throw you your fucking shoes and the fuck out, you know. So I jumped out the window and I fucking ran to my car. Next thing you know, she calls me crying, you know. Yeah, she seen someone jump out the window and she's playing games with him. He was gonna get married with her, now he's not. And he beat the shit out of her, you know. His amiga ended up taking some of those hits. And so she called me and she's like, damn, he caught me, and a young man to come face him, and it's like, I'll be your woman. I'm like, nah, I want you as my woman. Me and your friend, and we're cool, but me and you just, it was a mistake. I didn't know he was hearing, you know. So vato, wow, what's up, homeboy? You know, da la cara, this and that, and blah, blah, blah. So, me being me, I told him, yeah, fuck yeah, then you got better with me, let's handle business, you know. And I've always learned a thing about my grandma: never allow anybody to know where you live at or not. So we met up in a neutral place over there in Lincoln Heights, and I waited until he got off his car, and I knew he was alone. And I got up in the car, and it was my average size, my size and everything. And right there, turned around, and we told him, hey, let's just go to any park, and they just throw down. Well, fuck that, right here, right now, you know. So we threw chingazos. I remember I popped them 2-3 times, and I stunned them. And vato got pumped up, we got up, and he whacked me 2-3 times, and he stunned me. So then we started throwing chingazos, you know. And after like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, we both got tired. You know. And vato just goes, you know what? Fuck you want her, keep her. She's the love of my life. Y toda la cosa. I told her, you know what, homeboy? You're down. Just by coming alone, fucking down. And thinking name was, I forgot his name. And we shook hands, and I told him I'm never gonna talk to her again. ¿En serio, homeboy? You'll do that for me? And I go, yeah. She goes, she's my lady. I want to have kids. I want to marry her. I love her. And I told him, Simon, carnal, it was an accident. You know, it didn't mean to. It didn't mean to go that far. You know, I wasn't with her. I was with her friend. And she goes, yeah, that fucking skunk, always causing problems, you know. And I told him, you know what, dispensa, I promise you, I swear to you, carnal, that I'm never gonna see her again, you know. I fucking raised her from my phone and toda la cosa, and never got to hear from her ever again, eh? And I enjoyed her friend y toda la cosa, but if I was friends to one, I had to be friends to both, and I didn't want no pedo. Homeboy had just gotten out, and homeboy was all infatuated, all in love with her, you know. And I came home, and I told my brother the sad story that she's gonna get married y toda la cosa. And so don't call her no more. Like always, my brother always in cabrona, and he's always been like that. Just a teaser, you know? But he understood. Then he was with his other Anna. Back then, that he met her on the party line. That's what it was. And I had to protect my brother, you know? I didn't want him to be a setup or anything. My little carnalito, you know? And it's the only girl that, oh, there's another one, but that I slept before he did, you know? That's crazy Admiral story. And it was awesome. It was awesome. The other woman that the family got in a fight with Rosario, Sandra's friend, and también was all in love with her. So agarraba el mazapán and hands on the tortillas y toda la cosa, you know. He always it's puppy love, you know. But that's the story of Anna from El Hoyo, and hope you guys enjoyed that little off scene that the detour and off scene that I went through to explore Kitris. Al rato, muchachas. Al rato, everybody. Gotta get to work.